Hey, thanks for stopping by. So I hope you're okay with getting a little political today. I hope I don't offend you. What I believe may make me seem outrageous, offensive, and potentially even traitorous. You may not ever click one of my videos again, but what I'm about to say needs to be said. To be honest, the left needs to stop its campaign to demonize half the nation as idiots hell-bent on destroying America. And the right also needs to stop its campaign to demonize half the nation as idiots hell-bent on destroying America. That's right, I said it. What America needs is a return to the age of civility in politics. It seems that nowadays, civility is unusual and borderline radical. I heard a quote by some British actor named Jeremy Irons that said, "Civility, politeness, it's like cement in society, binds it together. And when we lose it, then I think we all feel lesser and slightly dirty because of it." And isn't that how you feel when the news comes on nowadays? A little lesser and slightly dirty? This rise of incivility isn't anything new. In the 1830s, when Andrew Jackson was president, he said of his political rivals when asked if he had any regrets that, "I didn't shoot Henry Clay and I didn't hang John C. Calhoun." So it's not like Trump's lock her up chants or anything to write home about, but that doesn't excuse the behavior we've seen. And believe me, it's not just from one side of the political aisle, as we saw with Representative Maxine Waters encouraging her supporters to harass cabinet members if they are seen in public. She said, "Tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere." Well, we got to this point because hate breeds more hate. The Republicans and Democrats are like gasoline and a bonfire, a warm water and a hurricane, ice cream sandwiches and weight gain. My point is, they are the fuel to each other's fire. It's a vicious cycle and everybody loses. So, on one hand, civility needs to come back. Yes, we should speak to each other respectfully, of course. But what if you are personally being attacked? Look, I understand it's not fair. No one argues that. But should that lead you to ranting, vandalizing, or becoming violent? Is that an excuse to do such things? Why in the world does everyone get so offended at hearing the opposing side? Why do people lose their minds because someone stands up for their beliefs? Some people call it passion. Oh, they just feel really strongly about it. That's why they are yelling like an insane person and physically pushing people. They are just so passionate. So I gave a speech. It wasn't political, but this situation gets my point across. Look, I never intended for people around the world to hear it. It was personal, it was vulnerable, and it was honest about something I did and believed in. There are over 8,500 comments in that speech, and half of them are awful. You believe in God? That's ridiculous. That someone as smart as you has to believe in God. What a waste. And because I mentioned the name of Jesus, oh my word, that's like gasoline on a fire. People have to use terrible language to describe their feelings, all the while being sure to rant on my stupidity to believe what I believe. But you know what? I don't care. Why would I care? Why would I get worked up and have to go into a corner and mope about how, oh, they don't agree with me. Oh no, they don't like me. Guys, we need to be tougher than that. And we should not fight back with terrible language and call the critics out or retaliate in such a juvenile or perhaps violent way. Here's the thing. If you know, you really know you are speaking the truth and you're for 100% sure that you believe in what you're saying, then the truth is on your side. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to defend yourself. You do not need to be sure that you look good. You don't need to feel badly because you're standing up for what you believe. There will always be uncivil people. Why are you trying to convince the crazies that you're not crazy? Look, me being uncivil would only add fuel to that fire. It literally doesn't help, and it actually diminishes my point of view. I would actually look like more of an idiot, and people would discount my message if I started acting like them. It's rare when someone like that changes their mind. They need to work through their junk first in order to be able to listen. But what if we forgot about all the crazies, left them out, and only talked to the reasonable people? So there's a group of comments on my speech that are moderate. They don't believe in my religious views, but they're tempered. They say things like, "Nice speech. While I don't share your religious views, I see you make some good points about life." Why can't everyone who disagrees be this civil? That's what civil looks like. Now back to politics. We can choose to be the generation that recognizes the great gift we have been given by God to live in a country where we are free to disagree. You see, disagreements are actually good because they keep both sides intellectually accountable. At its best, the two-party system serves as a check on itself. You know what happens when political debate ceases? The nation becomes susceptible to the takeover of an authoritarian regime. In other words, the left keeps us from going too far right, and the right keeps us from going too far left. So instead of getting angry at someone you disagree with, why not just be glad that you have someone to talk with? If we are really honest with ourselves, we'd realize that we don't have everything figured out. So sometimes it's nice to hear another opinion on a topic. And let's set another thing straight. Neither side wants to see America crumble to pieces. And this is the really beautiful part. We both want the best for our country. We just see what's best in fundamentally different ways. But that's okay. When we yell and we fight and we call each other names, we're doing that because we are each defending something we care deeply about, our nation. That's incredibly reassuring. And that's the honest truth.